3 days ago, the ground still held. The skies were still quiet, and he was still free. But the cradle had already stirred. It had seen him not as a man, but as a rhythm. The cradle paused. It stared, ancient, half alive, sculpted from silence and sorrow, and when its eye opened, not with rage, but with memory, the storm inside it flickered. Lightning crackled. He walks the halls they'd built to erase rhythm. The walls remember silence, but they twist now, faces murmuring, shivering with memory. He doesn't belong here, and the ship knows it. Some command with noise. She ruled through silence, but deep within her rhythmless code, something stirred. Not disobedience, a memory, a beat. They called him Gorenvale, once a beast of war, now comfort's most loyal blade. He did not speak often, but when he did, cities folded. He was once a FEE-NOM, now a servant to the world of masks. They didn't just see him. He shifted the rhythm of the night. No pose, no performance, just presence. The city paused, and FEE-NOM walked through it like feeling a strange comfort. From the high deck of the cradle, she watched. Not with anger, but with memory. The rhythm below was familiar, and for the first time in cycles, her silence cracked. The city lights rose like illusions. FEE-NOM drove forward, but something behind him felt unfinished. The beat wasn't just calling, it was a warning. Now, 3 days earlier, the city wasn't ready. Neither was he. Headlights cut through the dusk, like memory unraveling in reverse. Inside the Bugatti, FEE-NOM drove in silence. He focused. Despite comfort's units having been dispatched, he ignored the luxury. The lights flashed, the cameras chased, models laughed. But he didn't slow. Despite the wealth, despite the perfection, despite the heat of eyes drawn to him like gravity, he moved through it all, a storm inside silk. Because he felt it. The shift, watching from the upper deck of the cradle, silent, calculating. Through the prism glass, her gaze tracked him. Not with anger, but with delighted curiosity. This dream was dynamic, unpredictable, and she would subject it not to ruin, but to a hopeless rhythm. Her rhythm formed out of the mind of mediocrity, the rhythm of stillness. She walked the bridge of life right into the lobby of his mind, not as thought, not as a memory, but as invasion, gentle, elegant, inevitable. He hadn't noticed her yet, but she was already inside. FEE-NOM moved through the glitter and noise, but the world dimmed around him. In the blur stood her. No one else saw her. Not the models, not the moguls. They laughed, they danced. While she stood still, eyes fixed on one thing, him. She didn't come to threaten. She came to confirm. One glance was enough. This dream still burned, too bright, too unpredictable. So she left not by door, but by shift. Back to the cradle, where stillness becomes strategy, and even eternal mountains are reminded of the power and might of mediocrity. The command center stands in quiet anticipation, monitors flickering with complex schematics. Her elite, in perfect formation armor, gleaming. Just silence and the hum of war, waiting for her signal. She didn't raise her voice. She became it, morphed in full, eyes burning with encoded light. One gesture, one pulse, and the cradle answered. Silence weaponized. The order given. The cradle had not risen. It had fallen like judgment. Now it loomed above him, a cathedral of silence, its breath bending the sky. But FEE-NOM stood still, hood low, heart steady. He didn't say a word. Not when the cradle cracked the sky. Not when comfort whispered through the static. But now, in the silence of comfort, his mind turned to training. Time to get my own rebound.
gotta get out here to rebound. Let the shooter get the rebound. Keys, quick feet. There we go. There we go. We already know that's you. Again.